Welcome back. Another edition of Build Your Legacy Insurance Edition podcast. Special edition. We're back in the studio together.
That's right. Seems like a while, doesn't it?
It does. New digs, right?
That's right. We can look at each other without looking over the desk.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're real big time now.
Yeah.
So, how things been?
Yeah, good, man.
Good.
Busy? Just that time of year, right?
That time of year, right? You gotta work, keep up with your fantasy football team.
Yeah.
All that fun stuff.
Yeah, try to close out a year to start another year, I feel like already. So, yeah.
It gets on you before you know it.
That's right.
So, you and I were talking, as we normally do, right? But one of the things we wanted to cover today, we were listening to another podcast, and we get questions all the time from prospects. And one of the questions that come up is, can I work with carriers that aren't in your network?
That's right.
You've heard us talk about our strategic partners, the financial benefits, all those things. But that's one topic that we figured we would dive into today. Haven't done it in the past. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk with you about.
Yeah. So let's hit it. Short answer is yeah.
Yeah, I was like, short answer, yes, right? You know, we're all about building an agency, building a business. So we're never going to tell you, quote unquote, no, don't work with somebody. You know, Matt Masiello did a podcast that you and I have both listened to. It was a few years ago,
yeah,
right?
Sure.
But this was a topic in that podcast. And so we wanted to make sure we addressed it here and made sure everybody knew that, hey, yes, you can work with carriers that are not in our network.
Absolutely. Like you said, we are trying to help the agency grow.
That's the goal.
Certainly, we have partner carriers that we love what they do for us. We love what they do for our partner agencies. There's so many perks there that they give. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't mean they're the answer for everybody all the time.
Correct. And I would say in complete transparency, we lay it out in our contract that says, if you want to work with a strategic partner carrier, you got to have a conversation with us first.
Right.
And we don't do that to put our thumb on your head. We do that because we want to have a conversation. And that conversation is one, we want you to understand, to your point, the benefits of working with the strategic partners, right? You know, there's a lot of financial benefits there. You know, they're great partners for us. We want to make sure you're aware of that. We have had examples where a partner comes to us looking for an option, and they're just not aware that we've got that option within the network already. And it's going to be more financially beneficial for them to do that business with that company than another.
Yeah. And what I also see is there's different times where agents maybe overextend themselves without realizing it. And it's all good. And we all want more markets. And we believe you need more markets at the right time. But there's times that it just happens where you overextend. You're like, man, like, how do I support all these markets? And I think that's one of those things. I mean, I had text today and yesterday from an insurance carrier that we were talking about some partner agents of ours and kind of the commitment level and how they do it. And yeah, I could support it and say, yes, it works because we've had those open conversations with those agents about this. But if you don't have it, you don't know. Or if I'm having those conversations or you're having it, and then they go have it with somebody else and we're like, well, we thought it was there.
Right.
And now it just disappeared or got cut in half.
Yeah.
The numbers change. Doesn't mean they're wrong.
Yeah.
Just change.
Just changes. Well, and to your point, timing is everything, right? Yeah. So if you jump out and do something and you're not able to meet a commitment, then you find yourself scrambling. And when the time is right, unfortunately, you may have already burned that bridge. Yeah. So that's the other little piece of it too, is let's have that conversation to make sure you're capable and you're going to hit those numbers so that it's not a short-term play and it brings longevity to the business.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, our agency partners, they have carriers that are not partner carriers of ours.
Right.
For SIA North Carolina.
Yes, they do. And, you know, the other side to this is part of wanting to have that conversation. If we see a theme, right, and we have members consistently coming to us over and over with the same company.
Yeah, good point.
That's good data for us to have. And so we can then go on behalf of not only the member, but the network as a whole and try to develop a strategic relationship with that partner like we have with the current partners in place.
And they become a partner.
They become a partner. And we've had that happen here within the last 6 months to a year where we've done that to help our members generate more income and create a better partnership for them individually as well as the network as a whole.
And that's locally and nationally. So, I mean, I think what we've seen is in North Carolina and Virginia, we've done that. Mm-hmm. And then we've also seen it on a national scale done a number of times where we're pushing data to them from our partners that are pushing it to us, and new relationships form, and it just benefits everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and that's what a partnership's supposed to do, right? It's got to create a win-win for everybody. And that's the beauty of this network as in general is, hey, at the end of the day, you're your own business owner. You make decisions on what's best for you as a business. We're here as a partner to help it. We're going to do what we can to make sure you're getting the return for it.
Yep.
But it's your business, right?
Yep.
And so, I think the theme of Matt's podcast and the theme that you and I've touched on and, in a previous episode with Jack, we're here to help you build a business.
Right.
So you're never going to hear us say no, but let's talk about it.
That's right. Again, I think you say it all the time. Like we're here to help them grow. We'd love it if it's with our partner carriers. It's not always feasible.
Yeah.
So, but bottom line is we want to help the agency grow.
Correct.
The agency grows, their partner carriers grow, our partner carriers grow, all carriers grow. Again, goes back to the independent agency system starts growing. I mean, this is what we're about is building these agencies in the independent agency system.
Yeah. And I think in the previous episode with Jack, we talked about the difference in our relationship versus competitors.
Right.
We're not transactional. I think the fact that we are upfront and transparent about this piece of our agreement and the fact that we're still going to be here supporting you and helping you in developing you and your staff, and they might write business outside of the network. I think that speaks to us being in this for the greater good, the raise all ships aspect of it, not just being here to write an individual policy.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
So I think we covered that one good.
Yeah, we did.
We'll do another one here together soon. I mean, now that we've got this sweet new setup, I got to get down here more often.
That's right. Fancy setup here.
Here we go.
All right, man.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Bill, I'll see you next time.
Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. You can catch our Build Your Legacy Insurance Edition podcast on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Be sure to subscribe, leave us a review, or send us over a topic recommendation at podcast@siaofnc.com. If you're interested in learning more about what we do, visit us online at www.siaofnc.com. We hope you enjoyed our newest episode. See you next week.